You probably remember Forza Street, the official Forza mobile game that came out back in 2019. It was delisted in 2022. I made some videos all about it, and it was awful. It was actually so awful, in fact. Forbes wrote an article a couple of years ago that said it was a horrific moment for the franchise. Well, this video isn't about Forza Street. There is a new Forza mobile game, and it's not what you expect. In some ways, it's a lot better than Forza Street was, and in other ways, it's much, much worse. Before we get into this new Forza mobile game, though, we need to thank DJ, who spent an hour recording all of this gameplay for us and enduring a lot of pain. I'll include a link to DJ's channel in the description down below. Go subscribe to him to say thanks from all of us here at AR12. Awesome. Thanks, DJ. Anyways, let's jump into this new Forza mobile game, though. A couple of months ago, we heard that a new Forza mobile game was officially on the way, made by a company named Hutch. We'll talk about them in a second. And between that announcement and last week, we had heard nothing about the game. That wasn't until somebody on the AR12 Discord server sent me this. Welcome to the brand new Forza mobile game, Forza Customs. This game starts off the way you'd expect any mobile racing game to start off. You get introduced to some characters, they give you some goals, and you start off with your very first car, a Ford Mustang. And then what happens is there's a wheel spin that will go through different classes of cars, and then you need to customize your car to fit that class. And if you can do that, congratulations, you win. Let's talk about those classes. You've got things like street, drag, racing, hot rod, drift, raid, and special. When DJ was filming, he actually got drift, so in this video, we're gonna be building a drift car. Once you've got your car, though, and you've got your class of car, you arrive here at the workshop where you're going to be customizing that car and turning it into whatever it is. So we've got our Ford Mustang, and we're introduced to another character who gives you tasks for customizing your car. Since we're right at the start of the game, we're working on some basic things like removing the wheels and removing the major elements off the front of the car. I think you can see what I mean, how it's actually really cool. There's a bunch of really cool detail in here. You can see like all of the suspension, the brakes, the engine, like even the chassis of the car. It's really detailed. Now that we've done that customization, though, we are officially broke. We spent all of our money doing that customization, so now we've got to go and earn some more. And you're probably thinking, all right, we're going to go do some drifting, maybe some drag racing, maybe some racing like Forza Street did, against some opponents to earn some money. No, not even close. Not even remotely close to what we're doing. When you click the play button in the bottom right-hand corner, this is what pops up. It is not a racing game. It is a match 3 game where you have to match 3 symbols and they explode. If you've ever played like Candy Crush before or Bejeweled or anything like that, this is another one of those games, and this is how you get credits to upgrade your cars in Forza Customs. Now let's just ignore the elephant in the room for a moment. Can I just say, how confusing is that? It is so weird. And what actually makes it even more confusing than that is the developers for this game is Hutch, who I mentioned at the beginning of this video. And I bet you've probably played some of their games before, because they've made things like Rebel Racing, F1 Clash, Top Drive, and Race King. Those are some fun mobile racing games, and you've probably played them before. And then for a Forza game, they make this, and I don't understand it. Forza is one of the biggest racing game IPs out there, and they combined that racing IP with a match 3 game, and it genuinely just doesn't make any sense. It makes so little sense, in fact. When I actually found this game last week, I sent it to one of my contacts at Forza and sent them a message saying, get the lawyers ready, thinking that somebody had got in and ripped the Forza name and the Forza logo to make a jank racing game and threw it up on the Android store. That was before I knew it was actually the Forza mobile game. I do apologize. All right, and you want to know something that makes it even weirder than that? This game has been out for months and nobody knew about it. Nobody. You remember back for Forza Street how originally it wasn't actually called Forza Street? If I put Miami Street gameplay and Forza Street gameplay side by side, yet they're exactly the exact same game. They're identical. Without getting into all the details, Miami Street came out in 2018, and then in 2019, they actually changed the name of the game to Forza Street. I played both of them here on the channel. They are literally exactly the same, except Forza Street has a Forza logo. They're the same game, though. And what's crazy is Forza actually did it again. This game came out a couple of months ago before it was called Forza Customs, and it was originally called Custom Car Works. They are the exact same game, but now they have the Forza logos in it. It's very strange. Now, I know there's going to be a couple of you guys who are going, Nick, I'd still really like to play that game. Okay, well, when I say a couple, I probably mean like 2 or 3 of you guys want to play this game still. Well, I have good news. If you live in Australia, the Netherlands, or the Philippines, you can download it. If you live anywhere else, you need to wait for it to officially launch. When will that be? No idea. Let's just get back to the car customization, though, because the stuff that is in here is actually really, really cool if you look at it. Between what we did at the start of the video by stripping the body panels off of the car, taking the wheels off of the car, and now we're getting new parts onto the car, we have 3 different wide body options, and you can choose what you want to do for the front of your car and the rear of your car independently, so it doesn't actually need to match. You've got a bunch of different front bumper options, some really cool hood options. You can even go and customize the trunk options with these really cool arrowy bits in them. The customization in here actually looks fantastic. But minus the Forza arrow, everything else in here for the car customization actually looks incredible. Just take a look at the interior customization. You can go from a regular Ford Mustang interior to a fully stripped like race car interior. You lose the windows, you lose like all of the fancy dash and all of that. And then you can even take it a step further and customize like the color of the seats and even the custom color of the exhaust and the headlights. It's really cool. Not even joking, this is the type of customization that we've been asking for in Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon for a very, very long time. And the fact that this weird mobile racing game absolutely nails the customization with a true almost 10 out of 10. It's just so weird. Once you're done customizing the car, though, you get reintroduced to those characters from the beginning, and they're basically like, yay, your car looks awesome. Now you can go and burn rubber at racetracks all around the world. And you're like, yes, I've spent an hour of my time upgrading this car. Time to see how it's actually like to drive. You'd be wrong. I want to say this as clearly as possible. You do not drive cars in this game. The gameplay loop in this game is customize a car and spend credits. Then play match 3 games to earn more credits. And then spend those credits on customization. At no point do you ever drive a car in this game. Once you're done customizing your car, I'm not even joking, the game says yay and just gives you another car to do it all over again. Side note, there are actually some pretty cool cars in this game, like a VW Beetle, VW Bus, GMC Jimmy, a Porsche 911, and some stuff like that. And that is the new Forza Mobile game. You have officially seen everything. It's very weird.